Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the special No Mercy edition of Universally Speaking, where we take a look in depth at every single match you can expect to see at the pay-per-view extravaganza. And let's get it underway with the first of many combustible matches that we have, but arguably the most hate-filled, and that will be Alistair Black versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell. This bitter rivalry began months ago when, after their respected victories at WrestleMania, these two collided. It culminated in the two having a knockdown, drag-out brawl in which Drew McIntyre would win the match, but also would take out Black via a vile crushing of Alistair's throat. Black would return after healing though, and get what he thought was his revenge by defeating Drew McIntyre at Unforgiven, but McIntyre refused to leave the issue alone and attacked Black yet again, and here we are. McIntyre issued the challenge, Black accepted on MYT13.com, and it will be settled inside the most demonic structure in the history of professional wrestling, Hell in a Cell. This one will be brutal. The next match we have to talk about is the highly tense and incredibly dark matchup between Tommaso Ciampa and Finn Balor. But is it Finn Balor that we are going to get at No Mercy? According to the man himself, no. Finn Balor has been poked and prodded by Ciampa to bring the demon out from the depths of his soul, with Ciampa claiming that he doesn't need to paint himself up like a child and pretend to be a demon. And he in fact just is one. Ciampa and Balor have exchanged several words, but it hit a tipping point when Ciampa attacked and bloodied up Balor's Bullet Club brothers, Gallows and Anderson, prompting a surprising response from Balor, severing ties with Gallows and Anderson, citing the reason that he can't even trust himself once the demon fully consumes him. This match is gonna blow the roof off and tear the WWE apart. It's gonna be simply can't miss. Up now is the curious case of Adam Cole. And Adam Cole has come under fire from his opponent at No Mercy because of one reason. He holds the most powerful position outside of being the actual champion, as he is Mr. Money in the Bank, or as he calls it, Mr. Money in the Bay. Samoa Joe has made absolutely no bones about it. He wants the case, and knowing that it needs to be put on the line in an official capacity, Joe has pushed Cole to the limit to force him into putting it on the line. Joe has been through everyone in the Undisputed Era, and he has been pushing Cole all the way to the edge. Joe took it that much further on SmackDown as well, when Cole, in a panic, tried to cash in at the last possible moment before their match at No Mercy. However, true to his word, Joe was there and stepped in and stopped the cash in, sparking an inter-brand brawl and chaos, and this match will be every bit as chaotic on the night. The caveat to this match though is Adam Cole will defend the briefcase, that much we know, but he will defend it in a match where he has the power to choose the stipulation. There's only one way to find out what that stipulation will be and how it'll all play out, and that is to tune in. We now get onto a match that has many people excited because it's the first time meeting between two seemingly kindred spirits in Velveteen Dream and Tyler Breeze. These two have a hell of a lot in common and have travelled very similar paths to be in their current situations. Both men have very flashy lifestyles and are both extremely extroverted and extravagant. Tyler Breeze defeated John Cena at SummerSlam. Dream also shares that feat as well, but it's been the shift in Tyler Breeze's personality that has had fans talking the most. Breeze has gone off the deep end, and it has become a far more dangerous prospect in recent months. Breeze has accused Dream of merely imitating him and being a fraud, even going as far as dropping the Hall of Fame legend Christian in the process. Dream and Breeze have exchanged words constantly, and now it's time for the talking to stop. Now it's time for action, and it goes down when Tyler Breeze and Velveteen Dream lock horns in what could be a show stealer, not just in the ring, but outside of it as well. And now what isn't an official match for No Mercy, but an attraction nonetheless, is the appearance of Triple H, who was called upon Big E Langston to meet him in the ring for an appraisal of his recent performance as the new leader of D-Generation X. It is said that Triple H isn't best pleased with how the brand and the name he built from the ground up has been represented. Will he grant Big E another chance? Or will it be the final curtain call for the iconic group? It's now time for the first of many championship matches on this enormously stacked card. We, of course, are going to begin with the must-see contest between Andrade Cien Almas and Seth Rollins. Rollins has been one of the more impressive United States champions we've seen in recent history of the title, and after snatching it from the clasp of ESM member Chad Gable, Rollins has welcomed all challengers and has fought off some of the best the division has to offer. But has he now met his match in Almas? Almas won the right to face Rollins for the belt after a near 5-star classic with Mustafa Ali in the main event of Raw just weeks ago. Almas has been knocking on the door of championship gold ever since he lost the TV championship. He is a King of the Ring finalist and one of the very best in the world. But Rollins can also claim all of that as well. This one is gonna be a wrestling purist's dream match for the ages. The next title match will be a polar opposite to a purist dream match, as the two hardest hitters on SmackDown Live will collide when Walter confronts Raymond Rowe head-on in a collision of the Titans. The Intercontinental Championship has long been lauded as the workhorse title, but since being held by the likes of Braun Strowman and Raymond Rowe, it has been dubbed the Warhorse title. This belt seems to be the object of desire for the biggest men in pro wrestling, and this is no exception. Rowe has seen off some big tests in his reign, and this one just might be the biggest, as Walter poses a threat to anyone at any time, let alone when he is laser focused on an Intercontinental Championship. Don't blink during this one. It could end at any time with the sheer power that both men possess. The next match resides in the tag team division and is the much anticipated return to the tip of the mountain for Randy Orton and Noam Dar of Dar KO. The pair, whose relationship was built on respect after the two spent weeks and months at each other's throats, recently they decided that after their recent failure to capture the championships, this is the one final run at the gold that they will take. If it doesn't work out, the pair have agreed to mutually part ways and re-enter the singles scene. Their opponents are arguably the best tag team on planet Earth right now as we speak, the Revival. So the task at hand is a large one for Dar KO, but with the Revival being softened up by sanity during the week, it could be the most opportune time for the unlikely pairing to add tag team championships to their resumes. Without doubt, one of the most anticipated matches not only of the night, but in recent memory, is between two members of Elite Sports Management. That's right, two members of ESM will be going head-to-head for the ultimate prize on Raw when Chad Gable faces his mentor and leader, Apollo Cruz. This has got to be one of the most curious cases we've ever seen in the WWE, when Gable defeated Samoa Joe to become the #1 contender for Apollo Crews' title, and he did it in the same fashion that Apollo Crews defended that very championship just a couple of weeks beforehand. All of this, though, is a cunning ploy from Shane McMahon to attempt to implode ESM from the inside, and it appears to be on the verge of paying off. Gable has been asked to lay down at the feet of Cruz and hand him the victory, but Gable has shown absolutely no signs of being willing to do so. The equation is real simple. Will Gable hand his leader the victory, or will Chad Gable do what he does best and wrestle for the big prize? And speaking of the big prize, the biggest prize in the women's division will be on the line when Sonya Deville, Toni Storm and Shayna Baszler do battle for the undisputed women's championship. This one has similar undertones to the previous match we just spoke about, and yet again, it is a McMahon that is involved. This time, it's Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie, while responsible for the chaos that has ensued with the arrival of Shayna Baszler, she intends on being responsible for its end. She has pitted Baszler against Deville and Storm in an elimination triple threat match, with the idea that a common enemy will bring a bond between Toni and Sonya. She hopes that their intentions will be to take out and eliminate Baszler first, and then fight for the title, and we would then be guaranteed a new women's champion, plus Shayna Baszler will be fired. But will it be that simple? I somehow think not, as Baszler is capable of turning this match on its head and remaining the champion. The final match and the main event of the evening will be the star-studded match involving 4 of SmackDown Live's finest, when Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Ricochet and Daniel Bryan all vie for the chance to call themselves the WWE Champion. All 3 of the challengers have taken difficult paths to be in the spotlight and have all more than earned their shot. But one of the big questions to come out of SmackDown Live this week is what will be left of Daniel Bryan after the vicious assault at the hands of Lars Sullivan that almost saw Adam Cole cash in and Bryan not even make it to No Mercy as the champion. Bryan has insisted backstage at live events this week that he is going to be defending his title come hell or high water, and there is no amount of pain that he can't fight through. No doubt this will be against the advice of Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff, but as we have previously stated, Bryan is still one of the individuals in Elite Sports Management that has the most moral fiber of anyone in that group, and he is a fighting champion. But is it ill-advised to go into the match so underdone? Absolutely. But that means that we still know that in Daniel Bryan somewhere is the Daniel Bryan that we all know and love. The Daniel Bryan that fights no matter what. All that and so much more to come at No Mercy, ladies and gentlemen. As I always say, it's never been more important to have notifications on, as we are now going live on YouTube every single episode of Raw, SmackDown and all pay-per-views, including No Mercy, plus a ton of great ways you can support the channel and receive many benefits, including signing up as a mid-carder or above on Patreon to get early access to every single video. You can also join the Murphs Elite right here on YouTube by clicking the join button to get access to emotes and special sub badges. And there is now 3 separate tiers. You can join up as a rookie for access to emotes and sub badges, or you can join up as an established star to get emotes, sub badges and access to our Discord server. Or you could be a superstar and sign up to get all of the previous rewards. Plus, you can join the Kings of the No Cell and have your very own character in SWA. That's right, you get sub badges, emotes, and a character in the series. Plus, as always, we have the Teespring store if you want to pick up a cool Murphs YT 13 t-shirt or hoodie, and of course, the ESM endorsed Elite t-shirts available right now and all the time. As always, ladies and gentlemen, for Murphs YT 13, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at No Mercy.